Okay, alright, bro. And to think that everything was over. Of course, everything was never over. Dogpack 404 had dropped his first video a couple weeks ago, which has 11 million views standing right now on Mr. Beast exposing, you know, his business practices and everything. And like his second video, I mean, he came out swinging out of the gate, you know, just alleging that there was just mass sexual misconduct and a bunch of ex-Mr. Beast employees coming to Dogpack 404 and telling their stories and everything. In the second video, Dogpack 404 had interviewed this one employee that was a very special employee because I think his name is Weddle or something, Jake Weddle. Yeah, so this guy is special here because he would show up like in the background of Mr. Beast videos, or like he would participate in certain videos, but like they would have to edit him out because he's too much of a personality. And like you should definitely go ahead and watch like this hour-long, you know, banger here, because this is a good video that I like. But yeah, I do like Jake Weddle because he does have the personality to do YouTube, but when like he was working with Mr. Beast, they just decided to edit him out in most of the videos. He was in one standalone video that they never uploaded it. The reason that they never uploaded it was because they literally recorded themselves torturing the man. Yeah, like they were committing war crimes on this guy. Allegedly, that's what he claims. Of course, this is all just allegedly, which I'm sick and tired of saying that now because this isn't all 100% true and or confirmed yet. But yeah, I'm basically just gonna summarize the whole video here because there's just a bunch of new information here. Again, like you can go ahead and watch the video yourself, but I want to skip to like a certain part here that I thought that was interesting because I thought the same exact thing. Like there's no way that you can build a YouTube channel the size of Mr. Beast's channel without any sort of controversies.
Do you think Jimmy really enjoys doing good and helping people?
I think Jimmy wants to be the best YouTuber. I think he is laser focused on one goal, and I think whatever he has to do to achieve that goal, he'll do. And I think it was the smartest decision for him that he calculated, because he's very good with numbers. If I donate to charity, people can't say I'm shitty. If I give this homeless guy 10K, what do you mean I'm a bad guy? But I've always thought, if you're gonna do something nice for somebody, and you stick a camera in their face while you do it, that you didn't do a nice thing for somebody. You gained something. There was a homeless guy on the street, and you saw an opportunity for yourself and your image, and you gave one guy $10,000 who needed it to eat, and now the revenue you generated from that video is way more than what you gave. I think when he's generous on camera, it's the least authentic thing in the world. There's an element of, you know, oh, hey, you're crying, that's so good for camera. You know, I'm so glad if you're crying because you're so thankful that you got XYZ, and then you go, oh, I'm so glad he needed it that bad so I could come in and, oh, can you cry more? Oh, it's so good for the camera if you could, oh, it made me uncomfortable when I was working there, and I didn't like it, and I vocalized it sometimes, and I think that's why I wasn't on camera as much as they said I was going to be. I was told at one point that I was going to be like fourth banana, you know, it was going to be Jimmy, Chris, Chandler, me, you know, and then that never happened. I remember talking about that, like, hey, I thought my contract said XYZ, and then I got the severance checks, so, you know, whatever, how that revert.
Okay, alright, yeah, so this man goes in on him. Yeah, I thought like the same exact thing, is that his image is too clean. There's just no way behind closed doors he's actually anything like this, bro. Like, he's putting on a character for like his YouTube channel and in like his public image and everything, and like he does everything to protect his image. I thought the same exact thing. Like, he has to be a complete piece of shit behind closed doors. Later here, like in the video, Jake Weddle had made some very damning allegations that had brought up some information, and like, you know, there's like pictures and proof of everything, that there was a man from Delaware that was signed up on the sexual offender registry, right? After hours of detective work by Twitter themselves, they figured out that Chris Tyson himself has actually even hinted that it was Jake the Viking's brother-in-law that was the registered sex offender working with Mr. Beast. And 3 hours ago, Jake had posted here, like, he basically does confirm the fact that like his brother-in-law was a registered sex offender working with Mr. Beast, right? A 16-year-old girl accused him and others of SA when she was 11, so he had went to court with it, and then he got like a plea deal and everything, and had to sign up on the registry.
Outside of it, Chris Tyson, did you really send me or hear about any sexual misconduct at the company?
I've heard rumors. I can't confirm or deny anything. I don't have any tangible evidence, but I've heard stuff If it could be investigated, that'd be great. But it's like water cooler talk. But I've heard things, yes, of course. I heard, people have been let go for sexually assaulting some very young people. The idea that Jimmy didn't know, or that Jimmy was covering stuff up. He didn't want stuff to come out. He's very careful about his image.
Allegedly, Mr. Beast himself never truly came out and said anything, and does he really have to? I'll get into that at the end of this video.
The tangible proof that he knew but covered it up. How do you prove that, Well, there was a known sex offender, registered sex offender, convicted sex offender, on the registry and everything, who worked there. And you can, someone pees in public, you're on the registry, you get it. You can still have a job after you're on that's one thing. You go to prison, you get rehabilitated, that's one thing. If you do your time, that's fine. I think there should be rehabilitation in this country. But that guy, from what I hear, I can't confirm or deny, from what I hear, he's on the registry for doing some not great stuff.
Okay, wait a minute. So he said that you can be rehabilitated, but the dude that's working with Mr. Beast was saying a 11-year-old girl that... This is all true here. I mean, this is all real here. I don't even know if I can even truly show that information here, but it's out there in the world. Yes, Mr. Beast had hired somebody that was on the sex offenders list. Okay, so working around children, and his charges were assaulting a child. I mean, this is absolutely insane, and we actually have proof of this too, and we have video evidence of him working underneath Mr. Beast and working in videos with children. Dude, Jimmy, you need to say something. I mean, he has to say something. Anyway, so I saw this post here of his ex-girlfriend. Yeah, his ex-girlfriend had posted this on Twitter. Yeah, so basically, it was a pretty boring read. I mean, it was just a womanly ass post of, going through mental health problems and going to therapy and not being able to trust men anymore after dealing with Jimmy, which doesn't really shock me. Mr. Beast can really put on a front. I mean, he might have he has to have slight autism, right? I'm not even joking. I'm not even trying to be funny here. He has to have some level of something that's going on in his head to where he could turn off all of his emotions and just act like a Homelander. That's basically what Jimmy is to me. It's just like another Homelander of where the public loves him, but then behind closed doors he's just maybe not exact like a Homelander. As long as Dog Pack continues on and we make enough noise on the internet, we can actually expose I just got distracted and I'm just okay, let me just turn that off. Okay, alright, yes. As long as we make enough noise, because I don't think the mainstream audience, the main audience that even watches Mr. Beast even knows what's even going on. It's we're kind of a medium-sized part of the internet of where if we make enough noise, this can hit the mainstream news and hit the news articles and everything. There was already plenty of news articles about the Chris Tyson, Ava shit, right? And so, I mean, if this Mr. Beast stuff is true, and we do have some damning evidence here, Mr. Beast hiring a known sex offender and everything that was written on an 11-year-old girl. I mean, dude, he has to say something, right? This top comment here is just... Dude, oh my goodness, bro. It's just, yeah, dude, before in the past, saying the N-word was just the worst thing ever, but then Mr. Beast came along and he's like the Homelander of YouTube, honestly. Is Mr. Beast the Homelander of YouTube? Let's just sit on that thought, because everything here was just all alleged, of course. Not everything here is 100% true of what I said to Mr. Beast. Hey, Jimmy, please don't send the black SUVs my way, alright? Thank you, I would appreciate that, my guy. So, ladies and gentlemen, this will conclude my video here. If you were like me and you never truly 100% trusted Jimmy and always thought that he was kind of strange, please leave a like and comment down below. It was just, yeah, he was just too squeaky clean. It was just too clean and too good of a guy. It was way too good to be true. You know what I mean? Anyways, fellas, I'll see you later.